Hey, what's going on, guys? And today I wanted to do a video review for the Darkecho gaming chair. So what I'm going to cover in this video is I'll talk about the installation and setup of the chair, just kind of give you some of my overall thoughts. I'll show you everything that it came with and just really what to expect, as well as some of the functionality with the chair. So let's first talk about the installation. Overall, this took me probably about 15-20 minutes to build. The instruction manual that it came with was fairly detailed. Basically, here it is. Here you can go through and it has a picture diagram of all the parts that it comes with, and it walks you through everything pretty much step by step, showing pictures. It was fairly easy to follow along. They show you everything in terms of like how to actually attach all the parts, what directions everything needs to go, and it really wasn't all that difficult to put together. It kind of goes through and shows you all the different functionalities as well. So here's kind of some of the assembly steps. So pretty much you're just attaching the caster wheels, adding the actual base on the bottom, attaching the arms, and then putting on the metal pieces on the sides that hold up the upper back portion of the chair. Overall, it was fairly easy to assemble. You do have some optional components, whether or not you want to use them. You have a lumbar pillow here, pretty easy. You have straps that just go through these larger holes that are up in the upper part of the chair, and then they clip through the back. So if you don't want to use this lumbar, you can actually completely detach it. Another thing with the lumbar is it does have this added basic massage function. So there's basically a small button here powered by USB, so you could plug this into your computer and use it as like a small massage that will come through the lumbar. It's not going to be all that powerful, but kind of a nice little added perk. You also have an upper chair pillow here that you can use for your neck or your upper head. Overall works pretty well. The fabric on this is almost like a soft leather feel. Overall feels really good, and I found while using this, you know, there is some good back support given that you have the lumbar. I typically would prefer to have the lumbar with this. You do have these plastic coverings that kind of shroud the metal that goes alongside here, and then you have a long arm that can be used to adjust the upper part of the chair back and forth pretty much at an angle. You also have your basic adjustments here. You can do up or down, as well as free and lock. There's no other real adjustments beyond that, so pretty basic in terms of what you'd expect there. You do have some adjustments with the armrests, so these actually can twist in and out, and then you can also bring them up or down. These are pretty nice. I actually had another Darkecho chair, and the armrests they had on them weren't quite as nice as these, so it's nice to see that they probably put a little more time and effort in upgrading them. You also do have a leg rest, which I commonly don't see on a lot of gaming chairs or even office chairs for that matter. This is pretty straightforward. You can just bring this out and it basically attaches with this metal bar. This is about as far as it goes. And then you can flip this out, and now you have something that you could put your legs on. When you're done with it, you can simply just fold it back away and tuck it back under the chair, and it doesn't really disrupt any of your leg room. You do have pretty standard in terms of like the actual base of the chair and the casters. Nothing particularly special here. But what I do really like about this particular chair is just the color of this. I think this one really stands out. It almost is like kind of a ivory color. It's not quite like full white, but gives it more of a nice tone. And then they have the Darkecho stitching. And of course, if you don't like that branding, of course you could easily remove all these components and it's going to just look like a standard office chair. From a comfort perspective, you know, the base here is fairly thick. You know, going through and using a lot of different chairs, I think this is going to be pretty standard in terms of what you'd expect. This is something you could likely sit in for multiple hours a day and not really run into too many issues. But yeah, overall, I'm happy with the chair. I think it looks really nice. Definitely think it's something that people are going to be using, you know, when we have like our LAN parties here, things like that. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video review, found this helpful, and thanks for watching.